Okay, so what our lesson today is going to be about turning fractions into decimals, right? So let's go ahead and start writing. Write the title, please. And the title is going to be,
And
the title is going to be in red, right?
and
Convert fractions to decimals.
I'm thinking about some big
All
crap.
right. So this is something that you already know what to do,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Think about money.
Yeah.
Think about you have $1, not a dollar bill, but let's think about
Change.
if you have change, coins, right? If I have 3/4, don't write this. This is an example. If I have 3/4, right? That means I have 3 coins of 25 cents each, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how much? How many cents? How many pennies do I have?
75 cents.
And can I write that in decimal form?
No.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yes. And how would that look like?
0.75.
That's right. 7,500, right? So what did we do here? We turned this fraction
Into decimals.
into a decimal. So you already know that we can do it. You've done it before. What if I have half of a dollar? Right? How would I write that as a decimal? Yeah.
0.50.
0.50, right? So we know this things, right? 0.50. All right. What about vice versa, right? What if I have 10 cents? How would I write 10 cents in decimal?
0.10.
0.10, right? Now, and it's important that we see that in our decimals here, they have zeros because they're smaller than 1, right? Another thing that we can see is that we have our decimal points, right?
Yeah.
All right, so who could tell me how would 0.10 or 10 cents would look like a fraction? How?
One is top and 10 on the bottom.
All right, 1 at the numerator and 10 at the denominator. How many people agree with that? That's right. So that is excellent. So we already know how to do this one, right?
Yeah.
So to do this, it's just a couple of steps, right? Very easy to do. So let's go ahead and write down the steps that we need to do, that we need to follow in order to turn a fraction into a decimal. Now that we know that we know what we're talking about, and we know that we have done it before. All right, so let me erase this example that I did so you can get started. And let me write down that we're gonna need the steps, right? The steps.
With red pen, right?
Exactly. All right. So let me ask you a question. How many people remember turning a mixed number? No, sorry. Let me ask that again. How many people remember turning a fraction into a mixed number?
Multiply. I mean, divide.
Divide, right? We divided. Who can tell me, Henry, do you know, remember what we divided?
We divide the numerator by the denominator.
Beautiful, thank you. We divided the numerator by the denominator, right? Remember? Okay, guess what?
It's the opposite.
Step number 1. What is it?
Divide the numerator by the denominator.
Divide the numerator by the denominator. Alright. So our first step is to divide the numerator by the denominator. We've done this before, right?
Yes.
Pretty easy stuff. All right. Now, the only difference is when we were doing this, we were doing improper fraction. You remember that?
Yes.
But tell me what's an improper fraction?
Like 100/10.
Okay, but who can tell me what does it mean improper? Alexander. Carlos, help him out. That's right. An improper fraction is when the numerator is bigger than the denominator, right? And this is what we did yesterday. Who remembers? Right? We did that?
Yeah.
So this means that 3 is going to divide 17.
Next.
And 3 feet to 17 how many times?
5.
5 times. And the reminder was what?
2. So 5.
Okay, so we did that yesterday.
5 and
Perfect,
2/3.
beautiful. Now, what I need you to do or think about is that we're going to be doing the same thing, but we're going to have proper fraction. Proper fraction. Who knows what a proper fraction is?
A normal fraction.
Okay, well, what is a normal fraction? Ricardo.
When the numerator is less than the denominator.
That's right. When the numerator is less than the denominator, right? You remember that? That's proper fraction. All right. Okay, so let's go with step number 2. And guess what? There's only 2 steps. All right. So if the denominator is greater than the numerator.
You regroup.
Yeah, come on.
It's a proper fraction.
What we're going to do, for example, well, how many times does, if I have 3/5, right? 3/5, will 5 fit into the 3?
No.
No, okay. So if your denominator is greater than the numerator, you are going to put a 0 and a point in the quotient.
That's if the numerator is correct.
In the quotient. What is the quotient?
The denominator should
Quotient is the answer.
That's right. The quotient is the answer of
The division.
division, right?
Okay.
All right. And add as many zeros
It's possible.
as you want or as you need to the dividend. What is the dividend?
The answer.
No, the answer is the quotient.
What you divide.
What is being divided, right? Okay. Does it sound like it's gonna be difficult or kind of easy?
Easy.
It's gonna be pretty easy stuff. All right. So are you guys ready for examples?
Yes.
All right. We're gonna do a few examples.
The denominator.
Now, wait a second. All right. Let's do some examples.
Numerator. Put a 0. Wait. What is the
All right. How about if Diana gives me one proper fraction?
6/12.
6/12. That's kind of easy because we simplify it. It's going to be half, and we already know that it's going to be 50. But we're going to prove it to you. Okay? So we're going to divide the numerator. So the name is going to go inside here, right? And the denominator is going to be outside, right? So Just a very simple division. So let's ask ourselves, how many times does 2 fit into 1?
0.
0, right? So our first step was to divide the numerator by the denominator. The second step was to add, if it was too big, add a 0 to it, right?
Yes.
0 point. You see how that already turned into a decimal?
Yeah.
And add as many zeros as I need. How many zeros do I need here? I only need 1, right? Yes? Okay, so what number multiplied by 2 gives me 10? 5. So you see now that 1/2 is equal to 0.5, right? You knew it, but now you know how to do it. All right. Kevin, give me another proper fraction.
5/7.
5/7. That sounds great. 5/7. All right. So our first step is to divide the numerator by the denominator, which is going to be 5 is being divided by 7, right? How many times does 7 fits into 5?
0.
0 times. I don't know who keeps saying 1. 0 times, and how many zeros do we need here? 1. Can we put 2? Yes, we can put as many as we want. As we need. All right. So let's see here. Does 7 fits now into 50?
Yes.
Yes. And what number multiplied by 7 gives me 50 or close to 50? 7 times 7, okay. And that will be what? 49. Subtract and I get a 1. And guess what?
That's the remainder.
That's a remainder, but I'm going to continue because I can add as many zeros as I want. Right? And you know, remember that decimals, they have more than one place value, right? So in this case, what number multiplied by 7 gives me close to 10? 1. And my remainder is 3, and I'm just going to leave it to that. So what we see now here is that 5 over 7, or 5/7, is the same as 71 hundredths. How's this coming, Jordan? How's this coming for you? Oh, easy, right? Alright, let's try one more example. Jordan, can you give me one proper fraction?
10 and 6.
Okay, well that would be improper, right?
6/10.
Yes.
3/5.
3/5. Alright. 3/5. Okay, that sounds good to me. 3/5. Alright. I'll take it. Alright. So we'll just go ahead and straight do it. We're gonna put the 5 inside and the 3. I'm sorry. I'm
The
making a
3
mistake.
inside.
The 3 inside and the 5 outside, right? We call that TiVo sometimes. Remember TiVo, top inside, bottom outside? Alright, so what is my next step?
Divide. And add a 0.
Divide. 0.
0 point because 5 does not fit into 3, right?
Yes.
Now what is my next step? Add a 0, and can we do it now? Yes.
6.
And 6, right?
And then you have 0 remainders.
That's right. So now we know that 3/5 is equal to 0.6 or 60. Right? One last one. I'm going to write it here. You guys try to do it on your own.
And are you going to check it?
and then I'm gonna check it. And let's make it 5:12. I'm gonna come around and see how you guys are doing.